Alright, so welcome back everybody to Shackman Gaming Hitman 3 Episode 2. We're gonna play now Death in the Family, where our target is Alexa Carlisle. Let's get to it.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlisle keeps a case file on the Constant, information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlisle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlisle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlisle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlisle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, The target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Luck will not be necessary. Let's get to it. Death in the family, Dartmoor, England. And there is the private investigator. Let's keep our distance, but listen in.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Witmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlisle. Please wait.
Mr. Witmer is here to see Madame Carlisle. You can go right in.
Alright, so the detective is eventually going to enter the house. Let's get to it. There's an open window there. Let's quickly wait for this guy to move along. Alright, and there's the open window. First order of business is going to be to acquire the uniform of the detective.
That is Phineas Witmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlisle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Maybe I will, Diana. Alright, let's let this guy pass. Excellent. Now, give me your clothes, Mr. Detective. Let's find a way. Let's find a place for you. Maybe in here. Right, now it's time to do some detecting. And I mean really detecting. Like, this game is gonna be a mystery waiting for us to solve it. One of the best levels I've played in recent years in games, I have to say.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlisle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Witmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Oh, let's go. Let's start this. I'm excited. Let's go.
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlisle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlisle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Nice. Very dead.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlisle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlisle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Right then, let's get in there and start investigating.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Alright, let's first check out the dead body.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
I was about to do that, Diana. Thank you.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
A hidden door.
Interesting.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlisle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlisle.
Alright, so now we need to question all the suspects, search all the rooms, and come to a conclusion. Let's start by...
How does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
I think we're gonna do both of them simultaneously.
What about restaurants?
Let's first wait for Patrick Carlisle, I presume, to finish his conversation.
Really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
Very flirty.
Patrick Carlisle,
is giving you a really hard
can you tell
time.
me where
You
you
deserve
were
better than
yesterday
violence.
evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you?
Yes, Elaine, please go.
Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Alright. Hardly good evidence against the good old Mr. Fernsby. Let's recap what we learned. Patrick claims he was with a staff member called Rosie at the time of Zachary's death. He says he found Zachary creepy as hell and have no ambition, and adds that the deceased once had promising career but gave up to live up in isolation. Lastly, Patrick suggests Zachary might have killed himself, or that Mr. Fernsby could have done it. Right, I don't think he seriously suggests that Zachary might have killed himself. He was just, messing around. We could, though, go and interview that Rosie if we can find her, see if she can confirm Patrick's alibi.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Witmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Actually, a lot of interesting information here. She's pointing the finger at Emma and Fernsby, the butler. Let's recap what we learned. So Rebecca says Patrick disappeared after dinner and may be in some sort of trouble. Actually, Patrick told us that he was seeing a girl named Rosie, so we're gonna check that out later. Edward and Gregory went to a local pub after having drinks at the mansion. Interesting. So Edward and Gregory, we can cross-examine them, see if that's true. Emma acted strange, but Rebecca does not know how she spent the evening. Rebecca herself claims to have been in a conference call from her laptop in the bedroom at the time of the death. Alright, so we'll have to check that laptop maybe, see if that checks out. Rebecca adds that Zachary was more talkative than usual and was inquiring into her connection in the publishing business on behalf of a friend. Very interesting. That means that Zachary was definitely not suicidal. He was actually trying to get in contact with somebody in the publishing business. Maybe he had some information he wanted to share. Very interesting. Lastly, Rebecca says she found Mr. Fernsby leaving Zachary's room this afternoon. So she's pointing the finger at Mr. Fernsby and Emma.
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Alright, so I did spot some contradictions there. Let's go over it. So Emma claims to have gone to bed with an awful migraine, very suspicious, when Edward and Gregory had a drink around 8 p.m. last night. Okay, so this is the second account of Edward and Gregory having a drink, which means it's probably true. So Edward and Gregory might be out of the picture as far as being the killer. Emma says Zachary's company was always awkward due to his all-consuming fascination with plants. She says she considers Madame Carlisle at least partially responsible for his supposed suicide because she allowed Zachary to become a recluse. Okay, that's hardly an accusation though. Lastly, Emma states that she has seen nothing out of the ordinary except that Zachary appeared depressed after the apparent loss of his sister. That might be a straight up lie actually, because we know he wasn't depressed. He was shopping for new boots and he was lively according to Rebecca and inquiring about things. Okay, so Emma seems a bit suspicious up to now. Let's move on to the next one. And I think there we have Gregory.
Gregory Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Alright, so I have to say, he does not sound like a killer up to now. He just sounds like an asshole, to be honest with you. Alright, let's go over it. He claims, Gregory does, to have been at a pub with Edward at the time of Zachary's death to escape Emma's headache and his obnoxious sister Rebecca. Alright, third account of Edward and Gregory being together, so I'm guessing that makes it true. Gregory describes Zachary as an alcoholic recluse with a passion for rare plants. Other than that, Gregory is amused at his mother apparent mistakes and describes himself as enjoying the show. Okay, he does not sound like a killer, I have to say. Let's move on to the next one.
Professor Edward Carlisle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Oh wow, okay. This guy is falling apart slowly. Let's go over his statement again. So Edward says he's staying at the local inn and that he and Gregory were having drinks there at the time of Zachary's death. And yes, you can see Edward, and I'm supposing Gregory as well, they have been crossed out from the list of suspects. The alibi has been confirmed. He is unsure if Zachary could have killed himself and suggests you ask Rebecca as the two of them had a long talk. Alright, so this is the third account that Zachary was not in a state of mind of killing himself. Only Emma has told us up to now that he was depressed, which makes her a bit suspect. Edward finds both Alexa's fake death and Zachary's apparent suicide unsettling, but has nothing else to add. Alright, let's move on.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Well, come on, video games are not that bad, right? Alright, let's ask Rosie. Hopefully she confirms Patrick's alibi.
I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlisle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Alright, interestingly, I don't know if we get a statement from Emma. Let's see. Yes, we do not, but she said that she saw Emma behind the greenhouse. That is interesting. What was she doing there?
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Alright, it's obviously locked, so we need either keys, lockpicks, or a crowbar to open this. Let's go find a crowbar maybe or something and come back.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlisle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask?
Alright, so we got the crowbar. Let's go back. Open Mr. Fernsby's office. Alright, let's see now. What are you hiding, Mr. Fernsby? Alright, that key is gonna come in handy. Mr. Fernsby's list. Zachary's half-burned diary. Oh wow, that sounds important.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Oh wow, a lot of information here. But it actually doesn't point to Fernsby as being the killer. Interesting. He is guilty of other crimes, but not being the killer, I guess. Lethal poison jar, though. Okay. Our victim died from a poison.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlisle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlisle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
And more detecting we will do indeed. We will get to the bottom of this. Let's find out who the real killer was.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Alright, we need to find a way inside. Easily unlocked by using the master key. I told you this would come in handy. We mainly need to find the laptop, because she told us she was working on that like for 3 hours during the time of death. What do we have here? Jeez, does everybody have a secret room in this house? And peeping holes as well. Very interesting. Alright, so we found a notebook. Oh, and there's the laptop. That's gonna be the most important piece of evidence.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Oh wow, so that excludes Rebecca as the killer, unless she wasn't really present. She had the laptop just, I don't know, idling. That sounds unlikely, though. Right, I think that rules out Rebecca as the killer. Interesting. We have ruled out Gregory, Edward, Rebecca, and Patrick, which leaves Emma Carlisle and the butler as the only viable suspects. We also know that the good butler here was not the murderer. We could frame him, but he was not the actual murderer, which leaves us with Emma. So now we just need to find evidence in Emma's room, or in the greenhouse maybe, because she visited that, as we listened to a previous conversation, and find out evidence that is incriminating her. Let's go to her room first.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Excellent, just the room I need to go in.
Don't be stupid. Stop acting like you're 15. You're a grown woman.
Alright, now we need to find incriminating evidence. We know Emma did it. We just need to prove this.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
So this is the second piece of evidence that points us that Emma went into the greenhouse. So there's definitely something going on over there. Alright, so interestingly enough, you can see the shoes. There is some mud clearly building up in the room, which means Emma went outside, probably from her visit to the greenhouse. Right, so we're definitely gonna be finding answers in the greenhouse.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Alright, that's actually a pretty significant find here, because now we know the motive for the murder. Alexa and Zachary actually killed Emma's father at some point, and now Emma is probably exacting revenge on them. Very interesting. Alright, and finally, we need definitely to get inside that greenhouse and investigate. Let's see what Emma was doing in there. Oh, so we cannot open the door though. So we need to open this illegally while nobody's watching. That's gonna be a tall order. We have two guys looking over there and one security guard like next to us. So I'm thinking, let's wait for the security guard to go away, to look away and distract these two. Gonna need a few coins to do the trick though. Alright, now the guard is leaving.
Sir, don't.
Let's drop a few coins and quickly go. Oh wow, almost got spotted. Thankfully I didn't though. Alright, Emma, what were you doing inside here? Let's see. Poisonous flowers.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Somebody manufactured some poison then. What else? There is an interesting book here. Maybe we can scan that, let's see.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlisle is next in line for a poisoning.
Oh wow.
Covered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlisle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
Nice. And as I predicted, she was actually planning to kill Alexa herself as well. So she was plotting against the two murderers of her father. Very interesting.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlisle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir. This is Madame Carlisle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Witmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
And now we can choose what to do. Accuse Mr. Fernsby, who obviously didn't do it, so we can frame him. Accuse Emma, which is the correct answer, or just leave. Let's go for Emma, obviously, since we know she's the real killer.
Your niece, Emma Carlisle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlisle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost, marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlisle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlisles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gallery to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Witmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
Oh, we can either choose between money or the case file. I'm obviously gonna go for the case file, but that probably will reveal who I really am. Let's see how that goes.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then. The file you want is in the safe. God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt.
No love lost.
Thank you.
Alright, so first things first. Let's take the case file and then let's do what we came here for.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlisle.
Yes. Push her to her death. And that is the last time.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
The last time anybody heard of Madame Carlisle.
Aye.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Oh no, what happened to our allies? If you want to find out, make sure to press the subscribe and bell buttons so you do not miss out on the next episode. Also leave a like if you enjoyed this video to help my channel out. Alright, see you next time guys.